James, thank you so much for giving your time today. And now it's day two of our conference. Tell me something, how's your experience so far with the Jara Ford, with ILA, with this conference?
It's a great experience. This is the third annual ILA conference, and I'm pleased to say I've been to all three. And I learn something every time I come here. This is about my 20th trip to India, and the progress in the development of the insolvency system and the new law and um, getting facile with applying the new law has been extraordinary and very interesting. And it's also great to be here and mix with all the professionals. And I was in Delhi actually on Wednesday with some of the IBBI regulators and meeting the law students and academics also is enriching.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you so much. I am sure you're having a good time in Rajasthan.
No complaints.
Lovely. So, tell me something in your experience. How has the insolvency regime has evolved in USA, and have these changes made it better or worse?
Yeah, it's interesting because I spoke about this yesterday, I see some parallels with what's going on in India. We put in our new insolvency system in the early 1980s. So we've had it for 45 some odd years, but we basically changed from a liquidation based system to what I'll call a rescue culture kind of system that is favoring reorganization and the rehabilitation of businesses. And that took a while, excuse me, to for people to learn the system and for the courts to understand what the new statute meant. And it's evolved in a very positive way. Having said that, there's been a number of amendments to our statutes over the years, some of which are good, I think a number of which we could have done without. What happens, and I think it happens here, is various stakeholders who are impacted by insolvencies come to the government and ask for the statute to be changed to not let that happen in the next time. And sometimes what's changed shouldn't have been changed. So all in all, I think we have a very good system. I think it was better before it was amended, but it's still pretty good.
Tell me something. COVID 19 came, and we see that we are now years behind in the growth of insolvency. It could have been like those years, it was a complete pause. So, what are your thoughts? Do you think we'll be able to multiply the speed and in terms of growth of the insolvency regime?
Yeah, well, COVID was kind of interesting in the sense that it happened, as you said, but it also caused India, the US, and a number of other countries to do emergency amendments to their statutes, basically to prevent a wave of liquidations of businesses caused by not being able to be in person. And a lot of those changes were actually what I'll call rescue culture oriented, and some of them have survived post COVID. And I actually think that's been a positive development. And I think a number of countries saw by putting in those changes as an emergency that maybe they make sense for an ongoing permanent change. Now, having said that, you're right. I don't think we've completely gotten back to where we were pre-COVID. We've come a long way, but I think there's some issues still working their way through the system post-COVID.
Right, right. So my last question to you, James, is what do you look forward now? We have one more day to go. What do you look forward in this conference?
I always look for what I call the law and the lore. Uh, it's interesting and important to understand what's going on in the courts and with the application of the law and how it's actually working. And then the lore, which is LORE, I mean, is kind of what's going on outside the courts and what's going on with the what I'll call the insolvency ecosystem
Right.
and how that's all working, hopefully for the betterment of the system, because a lot of what happens in restructurings, insolvencies, bankruptcies is outside the courtroom and what I call extra statutory and trying to work things out consensually. And so I try to learn from all the important people that are here. Um,
And
you
all
know,
the insolvency professionals are here at one place, so a lot of learning is also going on through these panel discussions. A lot of interesting topics like climate change. are being discussed. Third party funding is being discussed.
Yes.
So I think it is going to be a fabulous experience for all of us.
I agree, and a lot is going on in the room and around the meals and things too. I learned a lot too.
Thank you so much, James.